Bam. Good morning, good morning. It's your boy Big Pheel Speaks, and I'm in the building. Evolution Brooklyn will be rolling through very shortly. So HR, give her a brizzy if you would, if you could. You feel me? All right, let me make sure this is right here. About to pin that good link in. Come on over. Let me go in my HR. Listen, Vader Wade is in the building. Vader Wade Beats is in the building. Night Rider, the Good Money Gang, the home team, GMG, Southeast Slimmies. Yeah, he's in the building. The Bird, Good Money Gang. Huh? Tracy T, she's in the building. Hold up, I put the wrong one on. I didn't want that one. We in the building, and this is the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? Listen, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Best believe it. Okay, good. Phil, who you in love with? I'm still waiting to talk to you. I see you forgot me. Karma, I apologize. I will definitely hit you up today. I definitely hit you up today. Who you in love with? I'm in love with life. You feel me? Who do you love? Man, if only y'all knew. Boy, are you sure? I got you today, Karma. I apologize. I apologize. Charge it to my head, not my heart, though. Whenever he sings, I think it's his secret. Yeah, okay. You know what? Shy Love gonna say whenever I sing, she think it's a secret mating call. What she say? To wake Carrie-Elle up. Y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. Lord of mercy. Can they live? Huh? Shy Love. A secret mating call. Like, ooh, 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 ah, ah. Get the figgity out of here. Bugged out, y'all are bugged out off the early. Listen, it's Friday. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank the Good Money Gang that we here to do the Good Morning Gang show. Pundit Friday. Yeah? Now let me pin this, what you call it here. That was bugged out. I ain't gonna hold you. A secret mating call. Ooh, 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 ah! Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. We live and direct, as King Ernie would say. Come on over to the good YouTube and let's have at it. You hear me? Uh-oh. The Berg is in. I already said that. Pretty Blue Eyes, she's in here. Afro Latina, she's here. Desin D Super is in the building. HR is in the building. You hear me? Lisa, without the coat jam, Music for God too, is in the building. Who am I in love with? Pretty Blue Eyes. Why? Because I'm chipper, I'm dapper, I'm in a good mood. I wake up, I try to be in a good mood no matter what's going on in the world. I try to exude good moods. I try to be optimistic instead of pessimistic on everything. You hear me? I know who you Damn it. Dez, don't start it. Don't start it. Roll up. Have at it. Don't start it. You about to put shower timeout on? I know. Hey, Night Rider talking that bullshit. We talking about a secret mating call. What your congratulations on what, Pretty Blue Eyes? What you talking? Uh-oh, Miss A Block is in the building. Good morning. Peggy reeking of that good pack is in the building. Like number 5, top of the morning. That right there, huh? It's literally just the shout out, Watchman. He's in the building. Good morning to ye. Someone said you in love, Phil. Listen, I'm in love with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You hear me? But you know, I love a lot of things. I love a lot of people. I love a lot of situations. Then there's a lot that I don't love. You hear me? Or like. Good morning, Cassie. Good morning. On your newfound, y'all need to stop the bullshittery. 8:04, someone is late. Listen, she'll be on the way. She'll be on the way. Give a little you know, give a little latitude. Oh, got to love myself always. Got to. Anything less would be uncivilized. Yeah, you love Washington in the color red. You ain't know? Whoop! You better recognize. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, baby. Listen, y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Don't be in the cut. Come on in here and holler at your bizzo. You hear me? As you come through the door, do us a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Boop. If you're new to the situation, hit that subscribe. Boop. More importantly, hit that bing, that notification bell. So you know when the Good Morning Gang morning show drop, when Feel the Love Friday drops, or anything on the Big Phil Speaks channel. Good morning to ye. This is the Good Morning Gang morning show. This is your boy Big Phil Speaks. And my beautiful co-host will be sliding on through. Un momento, por favor. Evolution Brooklyn will be in the house. That part. 5:04 in the Pacific Northwest. It's early. It's early. Thank you, Cassie, for being here. We big blue over. Yeah, okay, Shy Love. Listen. Now you bugging. I know I have to bust your bow walls. Look, have at it. When you say that evil was stuck in traffic, do you mean on the internet highway? Look, that part, Tracy T. That part. That part. Excuse me. Yes, Lord. Hit the thumbs up so we can menage with the algorithm. Y'all know what I like to say. I love each and every one of y'all. And I love the love I get back. But even more importantly, we want to menage with the world. You feel me? No raggedy, pretty paws land is in the building. Good morning to ye. When you say that Evo, oh, y'all already read that one. Uh-oh. Kaboom, guess who stepped in the room to Cal? Hailing from the Brooklyn now.
Hey. Good morning. Good morning.
I told y'all she was sliding it. Running, she had to grab her coffee, grab her bags, and run from the parking lot. Look.
How y'all doing?
Good morning. Everything is everything. Look, she got the glasses on today. Listen, she's looking very studious. Like she's teaching
Thank you.
class today. She's about to teach class today.
I was researching a story. I'm still looking at it, but yeah, you know, I love waking up because it's always some new news that I ain't heard the night before. I got to hurry up and jot down. You know,
it'd be a lot. I'll be waking up in the morning if I don't wake up late, and I'll be perusing, and I see a new topic or new thing. I'm like, some things is good to add on or add in or throw in, but some things like I'm gonna leave that alone. But it'd be a lot going on. It'd be a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can't research everything. You can't bring everything. I mean, I got like 4 good topics or whatever. No celebrity news because I celebrity news y'all to death on Wednesday. So yeah,
Tracy T said, "Good morning, wifey." Tracy T,
good morning, wifey.
what type
Tracy makes me happy.
Got going on?
I'm excited about Tracy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's hold on. Before you get into any news, right? Mm-hmm. You always getting excited about somebody.
Yeah.
Is there something that you need to tell us about your DMs and what will be getting dropped off in your DM and the conversations that be had in Evolution Brooklyn's, aka Destiny situation?
No, I just love strong Black women that are authentic. And Tracy is super authentic. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be excited when she come in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got that energy. And a lot of the women are Shy, a lot of them are Lisa, all of them Vino, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, me and Tracy, we got that strong woman bond, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all respect. All my love with Tracy is respect. Yeah,
Frank Murphy, salute, homie. That's a good question. Hopefully we'll get into that today, though, because that's heavy for a lot of y'all.
I miss Lisa on the Parkway. I don't know how that happened.
Hey, Shala, what I'm going to be jealous about? I ain't never getting jealous about Nathan. You hear me? It's all about congratulations. Stop, Phil. Don't get in between our love.
Yes.
Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order.
Keisha a rider too. Like, these women are riders. They hold me down. They ain't have to like me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have to see the real person that I am. You know what I'm saying? But these women hold me down. You know what I'm saying? And what's, that's what I always say. What's, being a strong Black woman, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got more strong Black women around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? If they feel away, then I know I'm trash. If they don't like me, I'm trash. Is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they ride for me, I ride for them,
D-Loke in the building. Miss A Block, let me find out. I'm going to have to send that task force out there because you bootlegging them GMG shirts. Let me find out. Taking it back to 1997. Listen, I got them shirts, I got them jeans, I got them jerseys.
I wish I could. I can't. I wish I could. My damn job.
Jay Pierce, good morning.
You holding me back from being great.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that. When I was on live last night, Keisha Hall. I might throw that back in the mix later on today.
Oh, Keisha, you know what? I'll pull it up right now. I didn't hear about that. Oh, that's my fault. Because I always look for the Black news. I never look for the other people's news. So that's my fault, Keisha. I'm going to get right on that. Yeah. I got you. I got to trust you. And while y'all talking, I can also, because I'm on my computer, my laptop, so I can also pull it up real quick and get y'all, some synopsis.
Show me the copyright and I'll stop the press. Listen, it's called a poor man's copyright, and it will stand up in court. Trust me. If y'all don't know what a poor man's copyright is, Google it.
Sorry.
I'm messing with you, Miss A Block.
I had to do that in the pandemic because I had made this game, right? Because I was doing, as y'all see, I'm in my studio. I was doing karaoke. I'm gonna go back to doing that. Let me tell you something. Karaoke online is so lucrative, and I made so well. I'm gonna just say I did well in the pandemic. Yeah, I'm saying the feds might be watching, but and I made a game, and the game is where it's like Jeopardy, but it's like music Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? And I copyrighted that. I copyrighted a lot of stuff.
That's what's up.
But when I tell you, and people tried to take it before I could even get it out. You know what I'm saying? And when I did, the money that came pouring in was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I stopped it because I stopped the DJing, but I'm about to go back to that DJ in October. You know what I'm saying? People are asking me, you going to do it? I'm like, yeah.
You got a visitor in your house? You looked over like, baby, I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, no, because it's a big speaker right here that I be trying to keep out of the frame.
Baby, I got you. Just hold on. Look.
Yeah.
Hey, Keisha Hall, that part right there. No, not Kiss Your Grits. God damn it. You done took it back to, what's that? Mel's Diner? Kiss My Grits. God damn it.
Oh, I ain't had grits in a long time. That sounds good. I never eat breakfast anymore. I got to start eating breakfast. I never eat breakfast anymore.
Say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but it's all about perspective, I guess.
Yeah. And when I go to work, I never get a chance to. You could go to Manhattan and get that, $10 oatmeal, you know what I'm saying? Or that $12 smoothie, you know what I'm saying? But then you look at it and you're like, it ain't worth it.
Doing the job.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. One time I got food poisoning from one smoothie.
Hey, Dez, I do. All y'all gotta do is go to www.bigphilspeaks.com. And we got some shirts up there, some situations or whatever. More coming real soon. I think I said yesterday within a week.
Phil, Phil and all my family in in the chat. Are y'all ready to buy these candles?
I'm not buying no erectile candles, but I will buy some other good candles from
Yeah.
you.
I got you, and I got the vases now with jars now that I can make y'all special from everybody else's. Like my people, they get the special jars and stuff, the glass jars. But I got it, so it's good. I got all my stuff back now. I got like 50 boxes in here, Phil, and that's why I had to wear this because ain't no air coming up through here. Where I sit,
Don't let
is like
that
I stay in my room.
don't let that be the reason. Don't let that be the reason why you wore that. Don't do it.
No, it is. It is. I was just like, you know what? Yeah. Because I had a nice shirt earlier, but I started to sweat sitting here. I was like, hell no, we ain't doing that. I got a wig on too. We ain't doing that.
It's BigPheelSpeaks.com, Lisa. BigPheelSpeaks.com.
Yes.
Hold on. She acting like she never come on here with her girls peeking and poking and talking about only reason why is look, you ain't got the lie, Craig. You ain't even got the lie. Tracy T says she gonna buy all your candles. Oh God damn it!
Des, I don't know what the weed smell is, but I can probably look. Trust me, I make specialized candles. I don't know. Would you want a candle like that though? Somebody said they wanted an onion, tomato, and something candle, and I made it for them.
Shit better be foul.
And they liked it too.
Hold on.
You get a lot of sense.
I might got a what you call it. I'm listening.
What? Oh, they got. It doesn't smell good, I guess, to weed smokers, right? But I'll find it. Hey, if you paying, I'm finding it. If I gotta mix something down up in there, you know what I'm saying? I'll figure it out.
What you talking about, Miss A Block? Is right there. It's right there. The real is here on these internet streets. Good money gang. Big Phil Speaks. We got shirts for days. We got shirts for days. You feel me?
Okay, yes.
We got the colors that you like. We got the slogans you like sloganing. Look, you threw me off for a second till I had the faulty website, Miss A Block. I was like, what the figgity? You right, you did.
You know what?
Blueberry. They said you have.
Yep, I'm writing it down because I can find all this stuff for y'all. Because somebody wanted a Christmas tree candle, and I found the scent, and I had to make because I put other stuff with the scent. You know what I'm saying, just to make it stronger. And it took me forever. It took me 2 months. And when I found it, the lady was a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? She bought 34 of them. I was up days trying to get this order ready because it got to sit 3 days after you make it. But I made it.
Was it to cure or something?
Yes, it takes 3 to 5 days to cure. So really? If somebody give me an order today, you get what I'm saying? And then the time to send it out and stuff like that. So I'll be on it. People give me an order, I do it exact. But I'm ready to do it now.
Let me ask you a question. You don't like have like a rack and you don't pre-order. I mean, not pre-order, pre-make like a certain amount of different flavors that you think people would buy the most just to have them on standby.
Yes. I have one called Black Kingdom. It sells out. I also have one that it smells like Christmas. That sells out. All my pumpkin candle sells out. So, but me being sick, you know what I'm saying? I just got to get people to know that they out there now. Yeah. Because I got a rack now that's full of them, so trying to get there. And I got to figure out a way to keep, to keep it not so hot in here. You know what I'm saying? I usually put them on isolation and stuff. So it's a process though, but I love it. It's so calming. I may even make a video show y'all how I do some of it. Just yeah. So look for that.
ASAP like Rocky. ASAP. You have a website together for it?
For the candles? Yeah. I put it here in the thing. Okay. Yeah, it's called the name of my company.
If you don't, you better.
Well, I tell you, Phil, people were so mad that I claimed taxes on the business. I said, what was I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, people still like, you should have just made your money. I said, I made my money anyway.
Because people got to understand, especially if you're trying to do it the right way and legitimate way, that eventually you have to either charge taxes or price your products to be inclusive of taxes, so that the owner of the business can just take it out of what they're making to pay their taxes or whatever. So it can be done two ways, ladies and gentlemen. She can charge per item or per order taxes on her site that translates over to you paying it, or she can charge X amount of dollars, like say per candle, and already factor in what the taxes will be, and just pull out of that or whatever. But either way, if you want to be legitimate and do business long term, you're gonna eventually have to do them taxes. You're gonna eventually have
eventually they're gonna come and get you. You understand?
They're gonna be knocking like, hey Slim, we need to see them books. We need to see them.
Yeah, and you don't want that. I had two different accountants, and they was like, "Look, girl, like, we ain't doing this no more." I actually owed them like $124 or something like that, and they just didn't come for it. So
$124.
I only owed them $124. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it will compound. You better act like you know. Next time you check, that thing gonna be about 1,100. You be like, hold up. Then next time you know it's gonna be about 11,000. You gonna be like, oh, got me.
Yes. The only thing that helped me was that I make a lot of money at work. So that kind of offset it. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing that helped me at the time. It probably was going to be a lot more because I didn't understand business like I thought I did. Now I do.
Are you set up as a sole proprietor or you have a LLC or IC?
LLC. I'm trying. Well, I got employees now. I guess I'm gonna take them back.
I guess.
Yeah, because I can do all this stuff myself now that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So if I go back to work, then I'm gonna need them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about changing. It's a lot of listen. If y'all ever want to know something about business stuff from a single black woman standpoint, I can tell y'all a lot about it. If y'all think about going to business, it ain't what y'all think it is. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot of thought, y'all. A lot of thought. Yes. Okay, Miss A Block, I see you. Miss A Block.
Back the money. She does good work too. All jokes
aside. Let me ask you something. Are you on Facebook? Are we friends? Because I may have something I need you to do if I go back to work. Because I have a clothing line too.
All the time. You see her all the time.
Yeah, maybe she can make my shirts, and you know what I'm saying. I can just put her on the payroll. Because at this point, I really don't want to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tired.
Dad says facts, Phil. I had to give them $138, and that shiggity went up to $800.
See?
Listen. They like the Gestapo. We coming through. You gonna give us ours? We take it.
Yeah. You just don't hear nothing else. You think you in the clear. You know what I'm saying? So I told them just to take it out of what they gave me because I got a lot of money back. So it was just like, just take it out of there. I won't see it. It won't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
You got 10. You claiming about 10 kids?
Nah, I make a lot of money at work. And it offset a lot of what, it and I didn't know. So all that overtime and stuff I was putting in, you know what I'm saying? I was living at the job literally with a cot on the floor, you know what I'm saying? It worked out, but I would have to keep doing that. I don't know if Jay gonna keep doing that. I'll be doing other things. You know what I'm saying? Life now.
She said, I have arrived, goddammit.
Yeah, you do that stuff when you ain't got a life or nobody in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny you say that because like it's certain positions, certain jobs. You're like, man, how do you do that? How are you able to do that? But the people a lot of times are single. Some don't have any kids and stuff like that. So it's like they have the time to really, it won't matter so much unless they really want to change it and start, dating and doing other things. But it's like
nothing but time.
Yeah. Evolution. You can make it.
You know what? Where I work, it's a lot of overtime because people don't like to come in. So because I got, I've been there almost 12 years, I got seniority. So the youngsters that come and want to work, I got that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you cock blocking.
We just be snatching. They gonna have to put their time in. They gonna have to put their time in. When I was on the road, oh man, I used to clean. I used to be in a different state every 3 days or so. You know what I'm saying? And what? I used to have a ball, but it was hard work. That's where the vertigo come from. And the hearing, I think it messed up my hearing too. Really? Yeah, but at least ain't nothing worse. You know what I'm saying? But man, listen, because when it's gone, it's gone. Like during the holiday season, it's a lot of overtime that the seniors take. You understand? So you got to get in where you fit in. Now, me having the years that I got, I can.
Y'all be gating. Let me gating and hating.
Yeah.
Like,
And then, you know, I use
overtime,
these to help me out. Be like, you know, I got a bill to pay. Can you please let me have this overtime? And it works most times. Gotta use what you got. You know the rest.
Let me holler at you back here in this utility closet real quick, just to have a conference. Damn it.
Yes. Yes. So well, you know what? I ought to be careful because these stories might be a little bit, you know, at least one of them might cause a little bit of I don't know how y'all gonna I just don't know how y'all gonna take it.
Just input some allegedlys when there need to be some allegedlys. That's it.
Allegedly, right? Okay. Okay. And I only got 4. So I want to talk about it. We never talk about it. I say the news, and then I'm saying I just want to know how y'all feel about this stuff to see if I'm in the right lane. You understand? When I report these stories, I'm gonna have to change something up. All right, so let's try. Has anyone heard about the manhunt for the convicted murderer that escaped in Pennsylvania?
Anybody the one that climbed the wall?
Yes, yo, they said he was a crab crawl.
That damn boy, Spider-Man for real. I said, this little video, he just walked back in the corner, all cool, like. I said, God damn it.
Yeah, and you know what it made me think of? It made me think of like all the immigrants that are coming over here, right? And I always said, let them come over here. You know, it's free. You know, they come into freedom and stuff like that. But you know, then I was like, what if they have these superhuman powers? You know what I'm saying? Or they are like murderers and killers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who does a spider crawl down between 2 walls? Any black men doing that? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, like that. If you could have saw the drop was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
The drop, what you mean?
The drop, he dropped between 2 raw walls like a spider. It was a spider crawl.
Yeah.
But the walls weren't like this. The walls were a little bit apart.
They were body length. That's how he was able to.
The wall was in there. It looked like a big wall to me. I don't know if y'all saw it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till we can show videos and stuff because y'all have to see this wall. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the first one to do it. Let me just go ahead and report it since we already talking about it. Okay, so police are still searching for, his name is Danielo Cavalcante. 34-year-old prisoner who escaped from Chester County Prison in Pennsylvania on August 31st, 2023. Right? Yes, he had to be very strong. Danielo, he's a convicted murderer who escaped by scaling a wall with a spider crawl. He pushed through razor wire and ran across a roof. So, like Spider-Man, like. All right. So they say, now this is why he in jail. They say Danielo was sentenced to life in prison without parole for brutally stabbing his ex-girlfriend, Deborah Brandoneo, to death in front of her 2 young children.
Oh, wow.
So who we got out here on the street? This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They say he was awaiting transfer to a state prison at the time of his escape. Now, they say this was the second time an inmate escaped from this same prison, the Chester County Prison, right? In May 2023, an inmate, his name was Igor Bolte, escaped in similar fashion by climbing onto the roof and dropping down to a less secure area. So they did it the same way, right? They said Igor was later caught in a residential neighborhood just 5 minutes away from the prison. They said authorities are now working to determine if the inmates knew each other because, they had a similar, way of getting, getting out. They said, okay, but this is good. If anybody sees them, they said there's also a $10,000 reward offered for information leading to Danielo's arrest.
They trying to
Yeah. So
they
what
trying
y'all
to
think
deflect.
about that?
They trying to deflect. Talking about if they knew each other. Somebody named Igor and
Yeah.
Rodriguez, how they gonna know each other? One
Yeah. They probably was cousins.
because they didn't fix the problem or solve the problem of how they got out. Now they trying to say, well, maybe they told each other how to But
Yeah.
listen, with the popularity, the uprising popularity of things like parkour and things of that nature. If you know what parkour is and how people jump around and climb stuff and do all this
Oh,
wonderful things, you don't necessarily have to be a superhero, but you damn sure have to get your strength and your endurance up to do certain things. And obviously, we don't know how long he was locked up, so he probably was fit and all that climb, all that because you're using your it's like you're using you kind of using force to kind of
oh.
keep you there, keep you on the wall. We've done stuff like that as kids, like got between two little short walls and kind of like, but we usually do it with legs. We don't do it with whole bodies. We'll put two legs up on the wall and kind of.
The legs, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, they gonna have to deal with that. The Pennsylvania Department of Corrections or however it go or whatever, they gonna have to deal with that because that's a definite like a black eye to the establishment or whatever. But hey, listen,
He
hopefully,
already a murderer.
hopefully, the young dude don't go out there and commit
That
no
sounds
crimes or
wrong.
whatever. Maybe he
Yeah.
just want. Maybe he just said, "I just got to be free." If he's smart, he on his way to the border. If he's smart.
Yeah, because that other one was dumb. You in a residential neighborhood, like what is going on? Like
But
if you were a plan to escape, not telling nobody how to do nothing, but I'm just saying you would want to plan when you get out what you gonna do and how you gonna get away. Because 5 minutes away wasn't away unless you had a boo. You know what I'm saying? That or something. Maybe you got stopped by a girl. I don't know. I was just like, why was he 5 minutes away? They don't say how long he was out there though. That's the other thing. Now this dude, Daniela, he's been gone since the 31st. So, I mean,
if it sounded like he was smart because this is what people do, right? A lot of people they plan to escape, but they don't plan beyond the
right,
wall or getting outside of the
right.
jail or institution that they at. They ain't got nobody waiting. They ain't got nobody set up. Listen, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be, some phones you got to speak in code, but I'm, basically I'm gonna be by. We'll pick me
Damn.
up by because I ain't gonna have no phone. You just be out there sitting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come out on the side where the visiting hall is at. Visiting parking is at. You be in the parking with the trunk open and let me just jump in and we out.
Yeah. That's what they say. You should have at least I ain't gonna say whoever your partner in crime is, but y'all should at least have like decoded speech. And where even if you on a phone, you planning this escape, when you get your phone call, daily phone call, however that goes, you know what I'm saying? So that you can plan stuff with somebody that can help you when you get out. Like, how the twins have that secret code, whether it's Pig Latin or whatever. A lot of people know Pig Latin, so that probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's
But
probably dead now, but
yeah,
there's
but
a lot of
something.
ways you can do it with invisible ink, like writing letters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like he might have had more of a plan. If it's been since the 31st, that makes it a lot more difficult for them to find him. But the other
Yeah.
dude probably ain't nowhere to go. And when you in a lot of times where these jails at are like small town areas, and they
Yes.
know when you look out of place, and depending on what you got on, you look like you either just got out or you ain't supposed to be out. And it
The
make it
orange
easy.
jumpsuit.
It make it easy. It make it easy for them to get at you or whatever, as opposed to you looking like a regular citizen. You know what I'm saying? And then depending on your color and your persuasion, they be like, "Oh, we know you're not from around here, are you?"
Yes. Yes. That was and his I'm thinking his suit was cut up because he went through the razor wire. So I'm thinking stuff may have been
Well,
cut up.
if you plan it right, you carry an extra suit or something extra where you can throw on the wire so you can get over it,
Oh, that makes
or
sense.
whatever the case may be. It all depends. If people, people are
You might be a
ingenious.
good person to do a crime with, Phil. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
I don't know what you're talking. Allegedly, I didn't watch the crime show or 3. That's it. I don't know nothing about
Yeah.
nothing.
I watch her too. I watch her too.
Oh no, not that. Look, don't be coming to my door talking about, yeah, we heard you talking. Yeah. I ain't trying to be no
Yeah,
consultant.
Keisha.
I
Look
ain't, I
what
ain't trying to be
Keisha
no
said.
consultant. No, none of that.
He was letting me know how to do it, right?
Hey, Keisha, I ain't scrambled up no damn wall, but I done got away when I needed to get away back in the day. You feel me? I was Big Phil before the wait, I told you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, that was it. But how y'all feel about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because some of y'all are in PA, right?
It's
No?
a couple people in Philadelphia area and other areas in Pennsylvania in here. That's a fact.
Like,
DOE
what if
is
he end up in y'all neighborhood? What's going to happen? Like y'all not scared? Like,
Doe
he
is
is a murderer.
Doe is on your bumper.
Huh?
In the comments, the dude Doe
Oh.
is on your bumper, on
That's
your heels.
I love the dough.
Not I love the dough. Hey, Auntie Gina. I'm over on the YouTube, Auntie Gina.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is, you know what? As I'm here, right? I realize that it's almost October, and I hate October. One, because they take hostage of your TV. So what I do is I fall asleep by the TV, right? So as I'm laying down, I'm asleep, but I can hear the TV because that's how I fall asleep. If not, then I fall asleep to these lives where they just cussing each other out and do all this stuff, right? And I hear the what's the American Horror Story thing. Yo, when you tell me I woke up with the quickness, I what the hell going on here last night? And I stayed up for a while. I was like, what the hell? And I hate turning my TV on because I got a real big TV in my living room. I'm sorry, in my living room and in my room, but I got a real big TV in my room. So it's my bed and then it's the TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I don't feel Halloween too much, but it's great for my candle business because everybody love pumpkin candles.
Listen, you turn your channel to something more positive to fall asleep to, or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find Joel Osteen or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need Jesus in October. Like,
not Joel Osteen.
Oh, y'all said, well, people escape like that in PA all the time. That's what we doing.
Oh wow.
Because let me tell y'all, the guy that the guard or whatever, because this is the thing. When this was done, this wasn't like and I meant to report that. This wasn't like late at night and he did this. And I'm thinking the other guy did this in broad daylight while people were in the yard. You know what I'm saying? And the officer, he was up on the thing. You know how they be up on the up on the wall, they be surveilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's in trouble now, because he wasn't the one from before, but they trying to figure out, is this an inside job? I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all think this is an inside job that certain prisoners are getting out the same way and stuff like that? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the guard, he did. He got suspended without pay, so they waiting to see what's going to happen because he's under investigation too.
It should be a couple. It should be a couple guards suspended. Then the one that's on the wall or on the tower, and then the one that's in the booth that watches the cameras, because the footage that we saw was the jail's footage of him backing up into the. So it should be multiple people like questioned and or in trouble in that situation. But at the end of the day, if the guard, it depends on how many inmates are out there on the yard at the time. The guard is not going to see everything all at one time. That's why a lot of things happen on the yard in institutions and prisons. Anyway, and then once he got up top, it depends on what's up top that he can hide behind. All he got to do is peek to see when the guard might got his attention somewhere else and pew. Or, like you said, could have paid his ass. Like, listen, Slim, we up out of here at noon. I'll give you 10 racks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It sounds like an inside job to me. Like, Yeah. That was the guy's boyfriend. Okay.
It was a female guard or male. Oh, damn man.
You know the funny thing is, Keisha, because Keisha know the story because they didn't on my end. They didn't say if it was a male or a female. Yeah, so maybe one of y'all know, because yeah, I didn't think to ask that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these guys do be having these relationships with these inmates.
It happens a
It's
lot more than you
creepiness.
think. It happens
You
a
know, they
lot more
can't
than you
go
think.
nowhere. They can't break up with you. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much got all control over them. It's a kind of a win-win situation, right? Yeah, they didn't say. Yeah, I mean, you know what you gonna do? Give it up.
But hold up, man. What if that's what you want to do? Come here, girl. Come on into my cell. Remember, I'll let you. There's long hours in here. Look what you trying to do.
Hey, yeah, well, that's you see, win-win situation.
Dad said it was a male. Damn
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was a male too, but yeah, like you just saying, nowadays it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Sex ain't the same like it used to be back when
Man,
when our
listen.
grandparents is born, men are going with men, and then you know what I'm saying, women with women, it's all the same thing.
Listen, have at it. Listen, if you like it, you love it. You hear me? Well, other than that,
Crazy.
y'all come on over here, the good YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. I can't hear
Okay.
you. Oh, there you go.
Let's talk about, since we are talking about like the jail system, and I want us to talk about this one. I don't want to I need y'all what y'all think on this one. Maybe somebody can cam up, you know what I'm saying? Because I think y'all wait entirely too late to cam up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna need somebody to talk to me about this one because I don't understand it myself. But well, I got two stories like this, but this is the first one. I'm pretty sure everybody saw it. I heard something about it. All right, I'm sorry.
You just up there giggling.
Because I had another story, but y'all, I don't even want to do it to you. I don't even want to do it to you. Because I got a lot of stories in here. I just pick and choose what I want to tell y'all. All right, so has anybody heard about the Maryland officer caught in the awkward position while on duty?
In my neck of the woods, in the DMV area. He's not where I live exactly. He's in Prince George's County, or whatever, on the Maryland side. But yeah, them families, a lot of officers are off the hook like that. A lot of.
Oh, so okay, so this wasn't okay because this one it's funny. Like, yeah, exactly, Tracy. Yeah, like let's talk about this. Okay, so last week, a Maryland police officer has allegedly been caught on video having relations. They say specifically just making out with the woman outside of his patrol car. That would have been, okay, if that was just it. But let's go more. After kissing the unidentified woman, the two then got into the backseat of his patrol car together in a park. Now, remember I said park because we're going to talk about that, right? Prince George's County Police say they have opened a probe, so, an investigation, after being made aware of the video. Now, I want to talk about where the video was first, right? Now, the original footage of the video was first posted to TikTok on September 4th, 2023. That's Beyonce's birthday, right? So that was Monday night, right? And since then, it's Friday, has now been watched more than 2 million times. Like, so it's going around. I first saw it on Instagram, so I didn't know it went to TikTok first. You know what I'm saying? I did happen to see it on TikTok with a really funny commentary. You know what I'm saying? And before I talk about the part, the commentary was, look, somebody robbing my grandmother now, and he getting his rocks off in the back of the patrol car. Like, it was a lot. It was hilarious. Now this is the problem with the park, right? Kids had been seen running, right, and heard playing nearby. So he didn't even care about the kids. He was trying to get him some. You know what I'm saying? And it was heard that, like, And y'all tell me, I've been in the back of a police car in New York before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once or twice.
Have you? Have you?
Yeah, maybe once or twice. Yeah, I've been to jail and all that. It's a long story. I had a bad temper back then. I'm trying to think, because this was years ago. I'm trying to think. Are the windows in the police car, are they tinted?
They can have blacked out windows. A lot of them joints be blacked out.
Is that like official? Like you gotta have that. I mean, like the police officers gotta have that in their patrol car, right?
Well, no. Well, some of their cars are tinted anyway, but some of them will go the extra length and tint them all the way out. Especially the SUVs and stuff like that will get the zero visibility, from the outside tint or whatever on their joint or whatever. But so yeah, he probably wasn't worried about, like, they can't see us. No way, baby. Come here, girl.
Now that's what I was thinking, because when they were talking, it was almost like because the kids were around, it was even worse because how can I say it? It was even worse because the kids could see. But that's from the comments, I had a bit of a temper back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, and I only got like the facts. So y'all got more facts, please let me know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually check the stories in the morning, but I got up a little late this morning, had to shower and all that. So, so I didn't look back into it to see, because it's still a ongoing investigation, right? They say thousands of social media users have commented on the video, with many calling for the officer to be fired. That's what I want to ask y'all. And I'll look through the comments. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, does anyone think that the officer should be fired for his actions? They think he needs justice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right. If they'd have ran up on me with a girl in the back seat, a woman in the back seat, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and and the fact that they have the video and they still have to, I guess they always say they have to do an investigation, but you have the proof right there. Like, everybody saw it.
And it's not just that one video. There's another video. The one video, the most popular video, is in the front of the car, where you say they stood beside the car. And
that's what I saw.
They got in the back seat. There's another one that from another time, same officer, from the back of the vehicle. And I think it's a different girl, actually, because they showed a photo shot of his picture and two different girls' pictures or whatever. But
also, he's been doing
this other one, this girl runs from one car to his car and gets into his police car and gets in or whatever. And the tag on the back, it says something 4,800. 4,800. Get them police. Yeah, they get it.
And the reason I actually be fired, because I'm pretty sure some of us, you know what I'm saying, have done the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people go with their prejudice against police officers. Yeah, you should be fired, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? So if you could be unbiased and give an answer, you know what I'm saying? I mean, did he kill anybody? No. But the fact that he was so careless to do it outside in public, that's a stupidity award right there. Like, you ain't want that job no way. I don't think nobody should get fired for their job. You know what I'm saying? Because he already embarrassed as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out, was he a good cop? Does he have just like
he could have been that good.
A sex addiction or something?
He might have been good at something, but he wasn't necessarily a good cop. This is the thing. He's on taxpayer dollars. He's on the clock.
That's it. Yeah.
So the smart thing would have been to go to somebody's house and gone inside, or whatever the case may be, or somewhere more secluded. Because obviously y'all was in a public place where people can see you or whatever. But understand, it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Police officers and firefighters and transit workers, especially Metro in DC, are some of the freakiest, cheatingest, you know what I'm saying, getting busy ass people. I'm gonna tell you, the police officers, the divorce rate is hella high amongst police officers. And I don't think it's just about the hours that's kept, but the freaky deaky nature of them cheating with each other and cheating with private citizens. And I'm not necessarily saying somebody is paying for their freedom type of activity, but just, stepping outside of their committed marriage and cheating, with some young bun or something. And that's another thing, because the girls look hella young. I don't know if it's me or not. I don't know how old the girls are, but they look hella young. Hella young. Especially the most popular video. She looked hella young, but hey. That's a
Okay, so I'm looking at what they're saying, right? So let's shout some stuff out. Okay, so that's that backseat small and all that stuff. Then where? How is he getting it on?
He probably got him some sloppy toppy. He probably just got him some tip top toppy. All she had to do was lay it
That
on
makes sense.
Look.
That makes it short and quick. You know what I'm saying? Keisha Hall, the only reason he is in trouble is because he getting freaky on our dime. Yeah, those taxpayer dollars hard at work. And that's true. That's very true.
Hey, Dub, good morning.
What? Okay, Wavy said, if I can't get some in the park, neither can he. Don't hate Wavy.
Say what? What Wavy say?
Night Rider said, damn right, he should be fired. 757 Buds. Oh, they report he and his wife have an open relationship.
Yeah, they probably came together to come up with that story.
But that's stupid, because you're gonna be that freaky that you're gonna lose your job. Like, as a wife, you know what I'm saying? She ain't a good wife. You don't let him use that money. Stupid. We ain't doing that.
Hey, Skills, good morning. You feel me, Night Rider?
That's crazy. He said the wife been knew about it. She was just embarrassed. It went viral. Like, well, don't we check our husbands and stuff like that? Like, come on, stupid. Don't you have a lunch break? I'm just saying. I guess you got to get it when it's trying to give it up. I guess you do, but damn, if you mess up my money, let that man cheat in peace.
Thank you,
he
Nazir.
wanted to be a porn star.
Let him cheat in peace. Well, listen, if he gonna cheat in peace, he need to be somewhere where he can be at peace with his
in
cheating.
Peace, yeah.
Listen, you don't go into a populated situation. Listen, okay. Let's think from a private citizen situation. You trying to get a little freaky, a little, you know what I'm saying? You trying to do something strange, either for or without change in your vehicle. Are you gonna go to a McDonald's parking lot, or you gonna go off into the park somewhere where ain't nobody at, or a construction site, or behind them?
Especially the kids. The kids was there.
You gonna go somewhere. You gonna go somewhere where you can have as much peace and quiet for your peaceful transaction or activity. But no, they like, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Come here, girl. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's get in the back. I'm
gonna be honest, when I saw it, it did excite me a little bit because of the handcuff thing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that is
Lord have mercy.
Damn. Like, it says Ricky Friday. I was like, now those handcuffs are a little different because they official. But I got some official handcuffs here too. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying?
Hold into the handcuffs.
I had to pay for mine.
You would hold into the handcuffs. You would. And look, Dan said his dumbass probably had his body cam on too.
Oh, yes, because they do forget about that body cam. They do it all the time. They forget about the body cam all the time. Yes, because I've had some conversation with some person at my job, and it was not appropriate at all. You know what I'm saying? And I had to eventually ask, like, let me ask you something. You ain't gonna get in trouble. What you talking to me about? So it was like, look, they don't care. I don't think they get in trouble like that. I don't think so. I guess they would have to really murder somebody or something, God forbid. But I don't think they really get in trouble because we have the most inappropriate officers. You know what I'm saying? Where I work, they don't care about nothing.
It all depends on who their superiors are, how they choose to handle it. There'll probably be a little slap on the wrist. Yeah. It's a little desk duty or something, or whatever the case may be. But I think they said he had some other something in his jacket from the past or whatever. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember whether it was something real detrimental or just a small infraction or whatever. But in a situation like that, I don't know, because the public scrutiny with this being so widespread, he might
Yeah.
end up losing his job. He could, because in
Because they look
certain
bad as
instances,
a
the FOP will go to bat for you. They the number one mob for real. But in certain instances, you gonna have to die on your sword. You gonna have to either
yes.
resign. You gonna have to either resign or get fired because of the widespread, the national coverage of it. If it was just to local news or such, it probably would die. It probably would die. They, like you said, smack on the wrist or something. Hey, notorious salute.
Once they get to social media, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Anything to get to social media, it's a wrap. Because now you got all these
That's it.
opinions. You know what I'm saying? On what you like, yeah, it's too big now. But you never know because the
That's
people
it
that
right
they
there.
like, they save. You get what I'm saying? And the ones that they don't, they let them go. That's just what it is.
That's it right there. So in 2016, the same cop was charged with beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old child unconscious, giving a concussion. That's it. That you're right.
See? So he may be gone.
He about to be up out of here.
Especially if they know that now. Yeah, he may be gone. That's why I guess the kids, it didn't matter. That the kids were around. He don't like kids. He don't respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. That's crazy.
Man.
That is
Said he's
crazy.
also charged with domestic violence against his girlfriend. He up out of here. Listen here, skinhead. You should have went to some isolated area, but guess what? You let your little head pause, get you in a world of trouble.
In trouble. Yeah, being stupid.
Huh?
Yeah.
All because you was chasing some chocolate. You wanted that swirl, didn't you? You wanted that swirl. Right, Tracy, get him up out of here.
A damn dummy. That's crazy though. When I saw it, I was just like, that's what we doing now. Damn, we can't get over work. I remember when he used to when I've never done it, but I've heard about it. Maybe I'm just saying. Where if you had like a work wife or work husband, you would go and get the hotel room at lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? Now people going in the bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? They going in corners, like
utility closets and
yeah, it's like damn, like is it that? I mean, I ain't never wanted nobody that much in my damn life. I'm sorry, you're not messing with this money. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah. Thank you, Streets too. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can say on this, but
You're
I'd
right.
rather hear from
At
y'all.
the end of the day, humans are humans, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, at least put some thought and be smart about it. Like, listen, you in the public eye more now in these days more than ever with cameras here and there, and everybody got a phone, and the person that was recording just happened to be across the way, and they was like, look at this man here, and they must have seen him before because it was like they were right on cue. They like, look, probably sitting back like this, drinking their Corona, had their phone like this, like yeah, look at her.
I heard, I'm saying, I was on a live and I heard something about it, and they were saying that it was people that were in like a nearby residence,
Right
I don't know
across,
if it was a hotel or what, and they were up like on the top floor, so that's why we got that
footage,
that view of the front of the car. But then it was other people taping also that were around, so he didn't even look and make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that that people were looking or anything. He didn't give a damn. So it's like, and I just wonder, I was trying to get how many like crimes and stuff happened around the area, or but this is the daytime. I don't know. I'm still trying to get that information, but it's very vague.
The problem is a lot of officers get a sense of entitlement and a sense of untouchableness, and they feel like, I got this badge, I'm the man. You have to listen to me. I'm untouchable. I can do what I want. I can. You got like sometimes you'll see an officer. They got their lights on. Their siren on. Sometimes they do it to go across a light. They're not supposed to do that. Fire departments, ambulances are not supposed to do that. But how many times have you seen that done where they did it just to get across an intersection and then go about their business or whatever the case may be? And I'm not speaking down on all police officers, but there are some that have a sense of entitlement and a sense of untouchableness. And he probably just like I'm the police. Ain't nobody checking
It
for me.
makes
What I
sense.
want.
Because my first time, I had just bought
Hey,
my
Creole.
Jeep. This was in, what was it? I think
Hey,
2010, if I'm not mistaken. I had just bought a Jeep. First time having a Jeep, brand new car off the showroom floor. I had it for 2 days. I was driving with my boyfriend and his children, my niece, and the officer did the same thing. They went across the light just out of nowhere. Like it wasn't like you could hear it or nothing. And they slammed into the left side, the right side of my car. You know what I'm
oh
saying? I
wow.
mean, we got paid well, but it took a lot. It took,
He's
you
like
know,
my
a
baby.
lot
I
of,
just got it.
yeah. And the only reason we won is because the kids was in the back and they hit on the side where the kids was. You
Oh
know what I'm
wow.
saying? So that was the only reason. You know what I'm saying? And he put on the report that we hit him. I had to go get a lawyer. It was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of our backs was messed up. You know what I'm saying? And
My
all
neck
of that,
and my back, my back
we
and
messed up to this day.
ah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel it over here, and I'm down out the way.
Yes, changed our lives, all of our lives. That's crazy. It's crazy the stuff that be happening. And you really got to go after them because if you don't, they'll put on whatever they want on the paperwork. Like right now, I got an issue with one of my neighbors because she hit me. We both had Lexuses. She hit my Lexus on the driver's side coming around a corner. We were a block away from the house. You get what I'm saying? And she jumped out and she knew the officer because the officers, they ride around or whatever. They put on the thing that I hit her. You know what I'm saying? It's no way I hit her. She hit me on the driver's side. You know what I'm saying? It was a big thing. And the only reason we didn't fall to fighting was because she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And she was like big, big pregnant. I never wanted to kick somebody. Let me stop. I couldn't touch her. And then right after that, she got pregnant again. So it was just like, you know what? You got that. I took my life to fix my car. You know what I'm saying? Going through insurance and all that stuff. And I didn't
Yeah.
want to do that because I didn't want to mess up my record. But this is how cops do. You get what I'm saying? They are, the kings and queens of wherever they are. They run everything. You know what I'm saying?
No,
The
at least
law
they
is
think
on their
they are.
side.
At least
The
they
law is
think they are. If you know your rights, you can get around a lot of that shit. Here,
Yeah,
police
very
officers
true.
are no longer allowed to
Very true.
say who's wrong because it's considered hearsay. Talk to him, attorney
See?
Dev
Yep.
Lee in the building.
Where you from, Devlin?
She from Bompton. It's like, nah, she from New York.
She was New York? I'm glad you told me that. Man, keep that in the box. I'm glad you told me that.
A tidbit that's kind of in that lane, right? Where you said she knew the officer and this, that, and the third. I went through a situation where I bought this truck. I bought it was a Chevy Tahoe, little forest green joint or whatever, from this dealer, right? The truck had a messed up engine in it. But part of the deal was he was going to replace the engine. He told me drive it until it go bad, and I got you, da da da. But it was documented. So what happened was I did just that, and the engine went out, and I let them. Well, I took the truck to them to fix it. They had my truck for about 2 months. 2 months, mind you, and then tried to charge me because I had a finance. It was in-house finance and tried to charge me for the financing and whatever. I said no, and didn't pay for a rental car. I said no.
Oh, hell
They
no.
blamed it on the wrong engine, this, that, and the third. I was like, no. So the second in command, the not the owner, but the one right under him had agreed to certain terms or whatever the case may be. Cool. I got my truck back maybe about 30 days, if that, from getting my truck back. A repo man snatched my truck. I didn't
What?
know at the time that a repo man snatched my truck.
Wow.
Because I was a couple months behind or whatever, when I wasn't supposed to have to pay that. So
Right.
what happened was I put a report in and everything. I was like, what happened to my truck? Because the repo wasn't reported either. I was living in Berlin at the time, and within a certain amount of minutes, when they take your vehicle, they have to report it to the police or whatever.
Yes.
Repo.
Yeah.
I happen to be in a cab going down Rockville Pike, which is a main thoroughfare heading through Rockville, et cetera, Maryland. And I happened to look over at a gas station. And I said, that looked like my fucking truck.
What?
I thought I was tripping. I said, can you turn this around and go to that gas station? And I kept the key on me, right? So
Yeah.
I went to the gas station and I opened the door. I said, this is my shit.
And you opened the door.
So I went into the and the mechanics looked at me when they did it and they was like,
see?
and I went into the service station. I said, how did that truck get here? And they were like, the manager tried to get smart at first. I said, well, let me slow your roll. That truck is my truck. It was taken illegally. No repossession called in. It was taken illegally, and this is to my knowledge. This ain't a tow yard, and it has to be taken to a fenced-in tow yard.
Yes.
Then when I said that, then he changed his whole tone. He said, well, there is a guy that rents spaces back there. Whatever. And I said, I need your card. It was the manager, right? I said, because I'm about to take my car, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to go start the car. It wouldn't start. Come to find out, he disengaged the shifter.
Who? The person at the gas station?
The tow truck company. Since there was no fence. And so what happened was I paid the mechanic $20, get up under there and re-engage it and shit and take it, and I drove it away. The owner of the car lot, I called the police and let them know what I was doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The owner called the police and basically lied to the police and told them that I stole a car off the car dealership lot, the used car dealership. They threatened, they looked at my record. They was threatening my then wife and all that. They came banging at the door. I just wasn't there. And so when they told them that I either needed to turn myself in or do some dumb shit, and I called them. And first he was threatening, and I said, hold up, slow the fuck up. I don't care if you're the police or not. He's lying to you. The place where I got it from was on Rockville Pike. I got the address. I got the manager's card.
Yeah.
I explained the whole situation with the engine and everything else. And then when he turned around, he happened to be right there with the owner at the time when I what you call it. So after he listened, he turned around to the owner. He said, "Is this what really happened?" He said, "I should lock your ass up right now for lying to a police officer, et cetera, whatever." And the officer didn't do that, but he said, "I'm out of it," or whatever the case may be, and he supported to a superior. So the case it wasn't no paper or whatever the case may be. But the owner he went out of business. That's part of the story. The owner had the tow truck company come back to try to come take the truck again. I called him and I said, "Listen here, you came through here illegally once. You had my shit somewhere illegally once." I said, "Don't let the little $300 you make cost you." I can't say what I want to say, right? I said because you playing with the right one. At the time, I'm gonna land the plane. At the time, I had a judgment recovery business, so finding out people's shit was nothing. So the Bama, he drove off that day, but he caught me. He got it again. This time, he didn't take it to that place. I found it though. I did my.
That's
research.
Crazy. You got to do all that.
I did my research. Found out where the tow truck person where his business was formed. I found out where he lived. I found out what one of the addresses where he used to do business at was the address where he took my truck from this time. This time around, I can't say everything, but I tore his car, I tore his truck up, and I got some things from it, right? So long story short, a Rockville police officer contacts me and says some shit right up, and I said, yeah, whatever. So the tow truck company, when he realized I knew where he lived at, because I knocked on his door and everything.
No problems then.
So then he scheduled for me to meet him somewhere to get my truck back.
See? Yeah.
It's illegal.
Sometimes you gotta bring it to the house.
I get he had my truck that he flattened a couple of my tires or whatever, so I took that as part of the game. But I gave him his shit back, right? As soon as I did, right after I did that, Rockville police pulled up. This one officer, and he got out the car trying to threaten me, and I said, I don't give a fuck who you are. He said, yeah, I looked at your record, so I know you. I know what I'm saying is not scaring you. I said, yeah, you ought to know that. You ought to know that one, what you doing is a federal offense, using your police powers for personal gain, because you know this motherfucker here who stole my shit. I said, this motherfucker here lucky that he breathing. He said, are you threatening? I said, no, he's lucky that he's breathing. Period. So. Yeah, I got my shit back or whatever the case may be. Come to find out, long story short, the owner of the company was going through financial disarray because he was going through a divorce, and he was selling off the business.
Desperate, yeah.
He was selling off the business, and part of selling off the business, he was trying to close out open invoices to lessen the liability or the debt that the company was in at the time, and he tried to utilize me as part of that, and I had found out where he lived. Like the whole day, it was getting ugly. Like, cause I was showing up. But for those, yes, I landed the plane. I did eventually put hands on him.
You said Phil definitely slapped him.
I put hands on him. I violated his vehicles. I put hands on him. And the crazy part is, the Rockville police officer, I ran into him about a month later in the grocery store with me and my then wife would go by. I said, that's the motherfucking officer right there. I walked right up on. I said, hey. He was like, I said, hi, you never know why. He said, Mr. White. Because he tried to.
They forget.
He tried to threaten me to stay away from the tow truck driver. I said, man, listen, you better tell him to leave my shit alone because he playing with the payphone. So sorry if I took y'all down a detour, but if you know your rights, assert them. I don't give a fuck if they the director of the CIA, FBI, local law enforcement, assert them. Maybe you might do it a little bit less volatile way than I did, but if you know your rights, please assert them. You don't have to be belligerent. You can be matter of fact. They still don't like the fact that you might know your rights, but
especially you know the law. Yeah, they hate that. What? You know your rights? What? You know the law?
On the next episode of Law and Order, Phil serves 90 days, then released. Hey, watch me, you silly. Listen, I'm just saying, listen, because I've gone through that. Like the case that I tell everybody about that I had, the murder case that I went through. Not only was it a trying time, stressful time, but it also allowed me to learn a lot about law enforcement, a lot about the judicial system, shit that they can do, shit that they can't do. It made me look into things and not just accept things for what they seem to be or whatever the case may be, because there was a lot of bullshit that went on in that case that I had to make sure I was, learning and covering my bases or whatever the case may be. So I ended up learning a lot about law, and I learned to go research if something new pop up or something else going on. Let me research all the ins and outs of whatever. And
you have to
going on. You have to, because the public defenders will sew you up. Will
and when y'all in those trials, make sure you listen to what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? My mother was good on that. My mother got one of the cases that could have messed me up, really. You know what I'm saying? She got it to where, you know what I'm saying, the judge took pity on her and they got it sealed. You know what I'm saying? But I had went across to Canada and almost lost my job over there because it came up. So you got to be careful. And when they say something is sealed, make sure it's really sealed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and if it's sealed, it can be unsealed. I found that out too later on.
Yes,
because the case that I'm talking about, case, because of my age at the time when I got acquitted, my lawyers requested it to be sealed, and it was supposed to be sealed. But years later, because of another situation, the feds unsealed it.
Oh, okay, I get it. So once it's sealed, you can't get in no more trouble then.
Well, once you acquitted, it's supposed to be you can get it removed from your record, but there's a way in which you do it. Like with DC, they sealed it. They just sealed it where it wouldn't show up on normal radars, like when they run your background
That's what
or.
they did to me, supposedly.
But what
Until I got
happened
to Canada, it was something totally different. You know what I'm
because
saying?
it
They
becomes a little
detained me and
federal.
everything.
Yeah, it becomes a little federal that way. And what
Yeah.
happened was a federal situation that I had. They 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 look at everything. The feds, listen. The feds look at everything from everything that you've been found guilty of. You could be null pros, dismissed, thrown out, put on a stat docket, which is a deferred judgment. All that comes into play of what you got going on in a federal case. They don't just look past you got acquitted for this or you got
Yeah.
non-prost or no prosecution and it got thrown out, dismissed. All that will weigh against you in federal court. That's a fact. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. You gotta stay on top of them. Now.
Have at it. My fault. I ain't mean to stop your flow. It just was.
No. We was talking. I learned a lot. No, I be trying to hear about this stuff because you never know when you could, get into that situation again. You know what I'm saying? And I've been going through therapy, but I'm still me. Still me. You know what I'm saying?
Learn the jargon. Learn what your rights are. Especially if especially if you're not financially where you can get you a private lawyer, but even with that, private attorney, because these public defenders will sell you out.
Mess you up, yeah.
Sell you out.
Yes, it's crazy. All right, I want to talk about something, and we probably this probably gonna take a little while, but okay, here we go. Right. Did y'all hear that Uganda made its first anti-LGBTQ plus law arrest? Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah.
You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
It came to me in a weird way. Somebody actually sent the story and was like, since you feel so strongly about, the community, I just call it the community. You feel so strong about, the community, you might want to see, how people really feel about this, right?
You said so strongly about what? What'd you say?
About the community, because I'm the B. I'm the B.
Okay.
And the LGBTQ plus, I'm the B. You know what I'm saying?
I think you might be the Q. You might be the Q. I know.
Men are the Q. Respectfully. I can never be the L.
I'm playing.
But the way that the men reacted to this girl getting hit by a brick, I may be the L soon. You know what I'm saying? I may be the L. I may lead a B and be the L. And if I can explain what these letters mean, if y'all want me to. L is lesbian, G is gay, B is bisexual, T is transgender, and Q is queer. Now the plus is like the other sub, like there's like sapiosexual. There's a lot more stuff. We can go into it one day. I don't know if y'all want to.
MICKEY.
Yes, a lot. It's a lot. And the community is strong. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? We hold each other down.
Everywhere.
What it
That's
is.
a fact.
All right. So, a 20-year-old man has been arrested under they say it's the harshest homophobic laws in the world, punishable by the death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So it's an anti-law. That's what they call it, anti, right? So here you go. This new anti-LGBTQ law has been condemned by the international community and human rights organization. So I don't know if y'all know how big that is. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you why I was condemned in a little while. Thank you, Rich. Okay, so check this out. On August 15th of 2023, a police car pulled up to the 20-year-old man. His name was Michael Opolat. Now he was in a crowd. He was in a cheering crowd. They were waiting to witness the visit of the Ugandan president's son, which is a really big deal. It's the president's son. And the president's son name is General. Okay, now this is a name. Wahuzi Kainerugaba. in the eastern town of Sorati. And that's going to mean something in a little while. Okay, they said the documents, and this is the charges, right? Documents containing the charges against Opalat, which were charged 3 days later. So they arrested him. Remember, I said they arrested him on August 15th. And he didn't get his charges till 3 days later. You get what I'm saying? Okay. On August 18th was when he got the charges. The charges were aggravated homosexuality, after unlawful sexual intercourse with a 41-year-old man, which are crimes punishable by death in Uganda. Like, they play no games over there. Now, they said this arrest, so this is the first one after the arrest happened right after the law was made. So it's like they couldn't wait. You know what I'm saying? And they say it. It's arrest follows after the approval in May of 2023. So, they waited a little while, May, August. You know what I'm saying? One of the harshest laws in the world. So that's in the world. Can you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. They said the crime is applied against repeat offenders, those who transmit HIV to others or have intimate relations with minors or people with disabilities. Now, I said that to say this. I said that to say this, right? And I'm going. All right. So here's the part, right? So I tried to break all this down for y'all. Okay. Now here's the part. Opalat was charged with aggravated homosexuality because it is alleged that the person deemed to be the victim is not of sound mind. They didn't say the man was disabled. They really didn't give no reason, you know what I'm saying, why this man was picked up and pretty much what they call hunted, you know what I'm saying, in a crowd of, and I feel like when blacks are in a crowd, you know what I'm saying, any other nationality in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, you had to either follow him there, you had to been waiting for him to come outside so you can arrest him. That's what it seemed like, but that's allegedly. Now this is the thing, right? So people picked it up. Human rights organization, what they call a Chapter 4 lawyer. His name is Patience. Patience Wanga, who is part of the defense team, stated per their investigation and what is on record. So they got to go on what is on record, right? Shows that there is actually no proof that the victim was of unsound mind. So it seems like a witch hunt right now at the time. You know what I'm saying? They said that Opula is still being held in Sarati main prison awaiting court proceedings for the death penalty, right? Now, this is the thing. They brought him in court one day, and I didn't put that there. They brought him in court one day, you know what I'm saying? And then they just said, you know what, we're not doing the proceedings today, and put him back in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a big thing. I guess they're either trying to get more proof. That's what I was thinking. Now, here's the spokespeople, because I wanted to make sure I just wasn't getting it from just one person, right? So there's a Jacqueline Akui, these names were a spokesperson for the director of public prosecutions, stated that the aggravated homosexuality is a crime punishable by capital punishment, right? But she didn't say, whether they thought he was going to be, convicted or whatever. Then there's, now check this out, and this is the bias I'll be talking about. Frank Bain. Now he's a spokesperson. He's a spokesperson for the Ugandan prison services. So my thing is this. Why you asking? You know what I'm saying? So technically, he like one of the guards. Why you asking him for his? I didn't understand that, right? But now check out what he said. He said that the media should stop glorifying homosexuality because it is un-African. You a guard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you the lowest on the totem pole. Like, sit down. Nobody care what you got to say. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Why are they asking the guard? It just looks bad. You know what I'm saying? And they say Mwanga, which was the lawyer, now he states that charging Opalat using the law against homosexuality is inhumane and that it is gravely violating people's rights. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? Because I hear y'all say a lot. I see a lot in these lies. I just want to know how y'all feel about it. Because y'all love using that gay and that mook word and all types of stuff to disrespect everybody. So I mean, what y'all feel about this? Do these people deserve to die because they want to label who they want to label it? You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I ain't even gonna attack nobody today. Come my whole body out right now.
She's
But it's
not
okay.
gonna.
Yeah, I ain't gonna attack nobody today. I need a drink. But yeah, I really thought this was the audacity. You know what I'm saying?
You got to understand, because I saw that story. You got to understand, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people look at things in other countries from the Western eye, as you would say, because of the liberties that we have here and the laws that we have here. You got to understand, in a lot of other countries, they don't have the law structure that we have. Some go off of Old Testament ways, and then in other countries where Islam is the majority, the major religious base, things that they spell out might seem archaic, might come across as old fashioned, might come across as against human rights or whatever.
Yes,
but to them, it's deeper than that. It comes across as, this is our belief. This is what's been ingrained in us spiritually or religiously. They're not the only country in Africa that feels that way, and nor in that hemisphere. Like in a lot of the Arabian and countries like that, Iranian, Iraqi, and places like that, some of these same laws and some of these same things take effect, even down to stealing. Like something,
yes,
this is a little bit heavier and a lot more troublesome and a lot more controversial topic, but something down from stealing could get your hand chopped off.
Yes. Yeah.
Singapore had that public caning of the dude, whooping him with a big ass.
I
remember in the public square. Things that we would think, my God, if the U.S. did that, But in other countries, they still abide by certain things that are either biblically based or Quran or Islamically based or whatever. And yeah, it might be some shocking. Also, I got you, Bugatti. It might be some shocking, and in some cases, you're right. It's too far. It's too much. It's inhumane, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But it's like, okay, what do you do? What do you do? Because that's their way of life. That's the way they look at things. You can say, okay, if this is your lifestyle and this is what you want to do, move to a country or place, whether it be the U.S. or somewhere else, that's a little bit more friendly to what it is, the lifestyle you want to live, whether it be LGBTQ or whether it's something else. Move somewhere where your safety is paramount. They say in the Caribbean. They say in the Caribbean is kind of the same way. I don't know if it's changed or not, but I know at one time you could get killed, and not just
they kill you on the spot.
People, not just the people, but the police would kill you for homosexual activity in a lot of places or whatever. Let me add Bugatti in or whatever. It's a rock and a hard place, because especially when you're dealing with international situations. What's going on,
Bugatti?
Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna say this to you, bro. You stole everything that I was gonna say. Bro, I'm telling you. Listen, evolution. Now, I understand you feel how you feel, but just think about it like this, right? Let's look at it from a religious aspect. America claims to be people that's of God, right? So the rules that we have here, we supposed to be godly, but we are just like Sodom and Gomorrah. We do what the fuck we want with the laws that we have, right? So when we look at other countries and we say, damn, that's not unfair. Is it really not unfair? Like, these people know that if we get caught doing sodomy, or we get caught fucking with someone's wife or husband, or we steal, they know that these rules are the rules, and it's like they still do it. So whatever happens, that's on you. Now, if you feel like you need if you need to get diplomatic like immunity. I forgot, not immunity, asylum, but asylum, right? Asylum. Bring your ass to America it ain't no difference. You still get prosecuted. People still don't like it. You still might get killed. But at the same time, it's like, yo, what the fuck do we do? I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. I just feel like we just got to protect the ones that we love. We in America, so whatever goes for America goes for America. We can't really concern ourselves about what goes on in other countries. For real, for real. I know that sounds mean. I don't really, I'm not a wicked person like that. But what can we do? Africa, after Obama became the president, he went around the world trying to push this gay agenda, and everybody ain't with it. So, I mean, it's like they're telling you right now, look, we're not pushing this gay shit. You want to come over here and be gay, LGBTQ plus, yo, we got something for that. Firing squads. We might hang you, poison you. It is what it is.
And let me ask you, do you think that that's of Jesus, like killing people, like, you know what I'm saying, just because of who they are or who they
Jesus.
love?
You can't,
Like you
you
think
can't,
that's of
you can't cherry pick. You can't cherry pick. What is of Jesus? Jesus
see, that's the
didn't.
problem. When people talk about Jesus, but then you're talking about murdering innocent people. You get what I'm saying? It don't go together. I find hypocrisy in a lot of stuff that people say. You get what I'm saying? It don't go together.
But
Is it murder?
You're looking at it.
Is it murder?
You're taking, if that man goes to the death penalty, you get what I'm saying? Mind you, he is 20 and that man is 41. You get what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? You get what I'm saying? Like, who's who? Because they said he's of sound mind.
You're looking at it from either a Christian perspective or from a Western perspective. Again,
right.
Other countries from over there don't see it how we see it. They don't look at it that way. They see it how they see it. And even though Bugatti's being blunt with what he's saying, that's the mentality of a lot of people in those areas. Not saying that's the mentality of everybody in that area, but it's like if you're born, we're born into what we're born into. They're born into what they're born into. So they grow up knowing and hearing, and they don't have a lot of the freedoms of choice and freedom of to be open and be who they want to be. They learn these certain things. So if you're taught that you can't do this, this will happen. You can't do this, this will happen. And they're strictly carry these things out. You have to, at an age that he's old enough to move around. He's not like an adolescent. He's old enough to make a choice to say, listen, I want to live free. I want to live my life. I want to be me, whatever that may be. To find a way to move from where he's at to another country where it's not. In all African countries, it's not like that. But there are some, like I said, and especially those that are where Islam is the number one religion in that country. They ain't playing. They not playing that. Whether we think it's right, whether we think it's wrong, whether it's godly, whether it's ungodly, for them, they hold that shit to law. They hold that to like this is what it is. And if you defile that, women and under them, women get stoned for the shit that they do.
And that's what I'm scared of. That those type of laws, they're gonna be trying to push them over here too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all mamas and sisters and uncles and granddaddies and stuff gonna die. You get what I'm saying?
They're not gonna ever do it here. No, not in America.
I can say
they will never do it. Sis, let me tell you, they will never do it here because this country is the country that's trying to push it to the world. It'll never happen here. America wants
I hope
that.
not.
I don't. To me, I don't. Look, let me tell you something. My whole thing is what people do in their bedroom is their business. I don't give two shits. It ain't my business. And those other countries, like they have it. People do it, but they're secretive about it. I don't even being a heterosexual male, I'm not gonna be out there kissing my woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just have respect for everybody. So the things that I do that garners respect is in my home. And I won't do anything disrespectful outside my home because it's just not for everybody. That's the problem. That's why America is not saying the gay agenda is fucking up America, but the agenda of just making America being a country of whatever you want to do, open borders, the all this weird. I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody, but it's just this whole shit is just weird, yo.
If you understand the scripture, and things that are written in the New Testament, especially towards Revelations, et cetera, you'll understand why that would never those practices will never come to fruition in the United States. And I'm gonna leave that there for people.
Right.
Yeah, revolution is it's serious because I keep telling y'all we going by fire, but the disease definitely gonna get us first because they for damn sure trying to kill us allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But I was just very disappointed in that. You get what I'm saying? Like I can see you throwing somebody in prison or whatever for a specified amount of time, but to kill them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the ultimate judgment. Y'all are playing God. You get what I'm saying? Like and that's what kind of
what it is, and that's exactly what it is. It like we look at it like, okay, whether we live with that, whether we agree with that, whether we dislike it, et cetera, should a man be killed over that? Probably not, definitely not, or whatever the case may be. That's our thinking. That's our let that man live. Let him. In this day and
shut
age,
him out or something.
whether we despise it, whether we for it, whether we condone it, or whether we despise it, let that man live. That's his life, et cetera, et cetera. But we're coming from a country and a place where a lot of liberties are free and aren't free. There's a big hypocrisy here.
Right.
But over there, it's a lot more cut and dry. It's a lot, in a lot of areas, it's cut and dry. So they don't have a lot of wiggle room and play
for the
room.
bullshit, right?
With that allows for what you call it. Now, it makes you wonder. Because, like I said, there's other countries that this goes on in Middle East. Why are they singling out this situation to publicize it?
Because they're pushing the gay agenda in Africa.
Not just that.
You talking about?
I'm talking
what you mean, Phil?
I'm talking about from the stance of the minerals and the
things
that outside entities want to get hold of, and if they can change certain things or cause disruption, it makes you wonder why they're singling out this case as opposed to maybe like in Iran somewhere or one of these that the same thing with
all this time.
Right.
You keeping it.
I'm not trying to lessen. I'm not trying to lessen it because that is heavy to take a man's life.
It's always an agenda.
Over. Now, let's be clear. If he did have sex with somebody that's mentally challenged, I think the U.S. need to take notice of that.
Nah, we don't need to bother their shit, bro. We need to leave that shit
alone. Come get us next.
That's not what I mean. I mean, as far as the severity of what they talking about. If he's having sex with somebody that's mentally challenged, and like the cases that happen here of pedophilia, of the R word, of taking advantage of mentally challenged people, I'm saying the severity of it should translate that over here to that. I'm not talking about.
So you said okay. I get it. Yeah.
Because a lot of people over here that do those type of crimes, they get a couple years.
They get away with it.
They get a couple years. That should be more severe. But somebody living their life, and if he just happened to be just sleeping with somebody who chooses him and he chooses them, no matter if we agree with it or not, let them be. Now, if you want to exile them or ostracise them, whatever the case,
right, throw them out the country.
Go ahead and do that. But kill them.
That's hard. That's like the brick. Damn, a brick. Damn, death. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing almost. Our people are getting really harshly dealt with. You know what I'm saying? We don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, if you was living in any of those countries in Africa, you would not be bisexual because your mindset would not be the same as it is here. See, growing up, we were able to see those things, and you made the decision to.
You don't pick to be bisexual. You don't pick to like the same sex.
We gotta have that discussion.
I'm not doing this because I'm saying because it's a fad or whatever. I got these. I don't have to do that.
You're not, but some people do.
It's how I was. That's it. That's what it was. I was supposed to be.
That's you though, but some people do. Some people get intrigued by certain things and they indulge or whatever. I think what he's saying is, in over those countries, you have to either hide or suppress it.
You have to be in secrecy.
I think he's trying to say that you can't just be.
Like you can't be yourself. You have to hide it. Yeah.
I don't
That's
know the
yeah.
science. I don't know the science. See, I got a daughter. My daughter was bisexual, and she deals with men now. So I can't call it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a mind reader. I can't. There's no therapy I can give you to find out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
But she
know. I
was
can only go
bisexual
by.
then, right? She was
She
bisexual.
was. She
So
was.
yeah, that means you like men
Past
and women.
tense. Past
That
tense,
makes
because
sense.
she's into men now, and she'll tell you like, nah,
Yeah, we like both.
whatever. But
Mhm.
I can't call that. I don't know if it was because of how she was raised with her mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was TV or if it was just something that she liked. We haven't had that conversation. But what I will say is, America is the new Sodom, and it ain't because of homosexuality. If anybody read the Bible and understands Sodom and Gomorrah, people think it was because of homosexuality. America is a pot of sin. Everything in America is just all fucked up, and people just get away with doing the things without following the commandments and the statutes of the Most High. So this is why shit is so crazy. So look, we live in they said it was going to
Yeah.
start in Middle East. They said it's going to start in Middle East, but that next thing is going to start in Africa because it's all shaping up to be that way. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I do feel like it's an agenda. I do feel like that.
And I'm not trying to. I'm not. Please don't take my stance as I'm making an excuse for or lessening or cheapening life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm really trying to um give
It's a hard
perspective.
topic. Yeah,
It's
It
very
is.
very hard topic,
It
but,
is.
but guess what? These are the topics that need to be had. Even if there's disagreement or no, I don't see it that way, or I won't see it that way, whatever the case may
right.
be, you gotta put yourself in another person's vision or mindset. And like I said, we come from an area, whether we agree with a homosexual lifestyle or alternative lifestyle or any other lifestyle, whether we agree with it, condone it, don't condone it, hate it, whatever the case may be, we live in a country where you have the option to either do it, keep it low, do it, be open with it, and it is what it
Yeah,
is. Whereas some
yeah,
people from other countries don't have that option.
Mm-hmm.
They're raised knowing that. They're not raised thinking that one day we all
Right.
might be free, but because
Right.
of the
right.
spiritual or the religious upbringing, it's kind of it's really cut and dry in that area. And
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. It is what it is. It is what it is because at the same time, because if we believe in the same God, God doesn't defile
Mm-hmm.
our will to own our own destiny, meaning to do what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we get punished for it or rewarded for it, that's on us. So some of these countries are usurping God's power in their essence or whatever. So they'll have to deal with that years down the line. But
yes.
in the here and now, we look at it one way, how dare they, how dare they, whereas that country might look at us like, how dare you,
How dare
how
they?
dare
Right.
you.
Very true.
And it's an unfortunate situation on either side or whatever the case may be. And what do we do about it? What can we do about it? Because one, we have no jurisdiction. They
Mm-hmm.
don't go off of our laws. So
Mm-hmm.
people think okay, the court and the laws and how we have it here is and flawed and how together it is. You ain't even got to go that far. You can go to South America.
Right.
Let
Right.
your ass
Right.
get caught with certain things in the jails that they have. The how inhumane and how hard they some
Right.
jails
Right.
are here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Good God,
Right.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah. Shit is
In some
crazy.
of them countries, you gotta feed you. Your people's gotta feed you. So if you over there and you ain't from there, you're
Right.
in a world of trouble. So just
Right.
imagine, and that's right next door as opposed to Africa, the Middle East, et cetera, et cetera. What do we do? What do we do? What can a world organization do besides like a NATO or something where they come together by the countries and send arms over there and take over something? What else do you do? What else do you do in this situation? Pray about it, be vocal about it, maybe protest the embassy here in the United States.
Something need to be
What
done.
what can we honestly do? And that's the real gist of the conversation. Like at this point, their law is their law. What they do is what they do. The humane side of us is like, damn, like really, you got
I just feel bad.
But what can we do about it to say to somebody else? It's like me. We living next door to each other.
Right. See, Phil, get out my head, Phil. Get out my head, Phil. Get out my head, Phil.
What do I?
Stop, bro. See,
we
you
live
about
next
to
door,
say,
and I'm trying to tell you what to do with your house.
You gonna
look at me like,
who the
like,
fuck
who
is
the hell
you?
is you, and how you gonna tell me what to do with my house, or how to raise my kids, or how to decorate my lawn, or This is how other people in countries
just that simple. Just that
That's
simple.
how they look at
it. Just made me sad that people feel like they're above people for who they sleep with. It really made me sad. Even when I was getting ready to report this, I was like, should I? And I said, you know what?
Yeah,
I just want to see who's who, what's what at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, just because these people are gay or whatever don't mean that anybody is better than them or anything like that. And that's how it comes off to me. You know what I'm saying? So, that's I always have a little issue with it. But I was my thing was the audacity. You know what I'm saying? But, I understand how these other countries are and things like that. I got a feeling, and I'm hoping not, it's going to be like a killing spree once this happens. You know what I'm saying? They're killing everybody. You say something wrong, you're gay. And death to you. You know what I'm saying?
I can guarantee you probably there and other countries like it that it's been going on all this time. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. What's the reason? Yeah. What's the real reason why it's being?
Why they pushing that? Yeah, why they pushing that?
That's what I'm saying. Because in some of these countries, the citizens take it upon themselves to carry out judge, jury, and execution to some of these crimes. So that's why I'm like, why is this one story? Why is this one case making the headlines? Why Uganda as opposed to Pakistan or Iran or one of these other countries or whatever, or Morocco, or with the skin tone is lighter, or whatever the case may be. It's the real agenda, because a lot of times there's a bigger agenda behind the stories that we hear, and we just not really privy to what the real deal is, or we'll peep it later on when some other shit happens, or a takeover happens, or So it's a rock and a hard place, and I see in the comments some people are varying in their opinion.
I noticed that it really made them talk about it, which is good.
That's good. That's good because what it does is it gauges conversation, it gauges dialogue. Right. Whether you're for it, whether you're against it, whether you don't care about it, whether you're passionate about it. These are the conversations that they affect us as people, because those are our Ugandan brothers and sisters that want to say that. Right. It affects us on a whole. So it might not affect us today because it's not domestic to here on this soil. But understand something. Mm-hmm. Understand something. If we come from the same tree, from the same roots, what happens to our brothers happens to us. We have to have these uncomfortable conversations. Not to become enemies, not to gaslight, but to really just have the dialogue, because you never know what kind of understanding, even in the difference, can be gauged from either side or whatever. We don't have to leave the table agreeing.
Right.
Know what kind of understanding or compassion or different way in which you still disagree comes out of that conversation, and that's it. Having the conversation.
Hey Phil, I think like this, and it's like, for me, when it comes to Black people, we have to get a Black agenda first, right? Your sexuality is not really as important as our nationality. In other words, in America, we have a lot of Black people. We're separated because we are part of this, we're part of that. But if something was to go down today, what's today? Today is September the 8th, right? Or the 9th. I don't remember, because I'll say it's a race war. Guess what's gonna happen? They're not gonna look at your sexuality. They're not gonna look at your height. They're not gonna, Phil, as fair skinned you are, bro. They're gonna be like, that's a Black man. We got to get his ass too. Nah, you ain't tricking us. We you know what I'm saying? We gotta
Tracy,
say.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you.
You know what I mean? We gotta get that agenda first, and then we can work out the differences. But we have to come together as a group of people. They putting everything, and they pushing everything, and they keeping us separated.
I'm glad.
It is a lot of division between. That's very true.
I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. If not, I'm gonna bring it.
Very true.
on Monday. It speaks to why we are dealt with the way we are in the United States. And it's with and why the terms that describe us keep changing over time or whatever,
Right.
and why
I know
other races get more compassion and or recompense and recourse because of their racial
they have a nationality, and
a
they have a
direct
nationality.
nationality. That's it right there.
Right,
Whereas
right.
black American is not a
It's not a
nationality.
nationality.
Afro
Afro
American
American
is
is
not
not
a
a
nationality.
nationality. Right,
Yeah,
Caucasian
I
right,
is not
did
a
see that.
nationality.
Yeah.
Negro
right,
is not a nationality. Black is not a nationality. So
right, right,
this goes to what you were saying, Bugatti. We have to the powers that be within our community, the thinkers and the people with influence need to come together and designate one term,
right,
one nationality that we can go before Congress and get it recognized, and then that from there you'll be able to change some of these things where the 13th Amendment,
right,
and certain
right,
things has less than a human or whatever. Then we'll be able to write certain
right,
things and get
right,
better
Phil.
respect or whatever.
Yo, let me know when you have that conversation, because I definitely want to get on that panel. I got a
Yeah,
lot to
I,
say.
I, I, I saw that.
Yes.
I saw that information. So when you brought that up, it jogged that for me. I think it's on my other phone, but because I know I saved it either in IG I saved it or what you call it. But it's
That
very
shit is
interesting when you
crazy.
hear it. When you hear it, it's
Oh,
like whoa.
So let me
yeah,
help you on that. You know what, Phil? Let's do that. We might need to have a separate panel, separate from the morning show or whatever, where people just come out like a regular live. We can do it on YouTube or whatever,
Oh,
and people just talk and tell their feelings. That may be very, very good. That's a real good idea. I think that would work. Y'all feel emotional too. This always makes me very emotional. You know what I'm saying? I'm just picking and choosing how I decide to handle it. You get what I'm saying? But
and
yeah,
that's the that's the
but
that's the
I saw a lot. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the thing.
So
Things that you hold dear to your heart, whether it be because of your lifestyle and
right,
or if you're an empathetic person, will hit
right,
you that way. Will hit
right,
you that way, and it should because we are human and we do have humanity. Not all civilization, not all areas, states, countries have the same sense of that we have, or they have it in a different way.
right,
And just because they don't have it the way that we have it, doesn't mean that we write them off either or vilify
right,
them either. It's
right,
just
right,
the way in which they know to do things, or whatever the case may be. And how else do you learn but you have conversation, dialogue? How
right.
else do you learn but you disseminate information, knowledge? You give somebody a different perspective, or whatever the case may be. Um, what I don't want nobody to leave from out of this conversation and hate nobody for their stance, because just because you feel like something is okay or good doesn't mean that the next person does, and doesn't mean that they're necessarily wrong for it or right for it, or vice versa. We all, God gave us separate DNA. He gave us all different mindsets, the way in which we learn, disseminating, taking information. We're all individuals, and we're not all going to agree on everything or agree in the same way. But that doesn't mean that I'm your enemy, you're Bugatti's enemy, Bugatti's my enemy, or anything of the sort. A lot of it is a lot of it is the not knowing, the not knowing, the not being comfortable with the not having to deal with it personally, etc. So it's the fear. It's the fear of the unknown or whatever. And even if, understand this, your life is your life, my life is my life. I might do something that you don't care for.
right,
That's your choice to not care for that. But that don't mean you have to either ostracize or do away with me because of that one thing. You just might not want to be around me while I'm doing that one thing, or live in a certain way, or whatever the case may be. Like I'm gonna use cigarettes for example. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke weed here and there, but I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't necessarily want to be around somebody smoking cigarettes. But that don't mean that I hate them or I don't want to be in their presence. I just don't want to be standing there while they're smoking cigarettes. That doesn't mean I'm wrong for that. That's my choice.
Right.
That's my choice. And the person that smokes cigarettes shouldn't look at me like, why you acting like that? You smoke weed, It's a different smell. It's a different, what you call it. That's my choice. But I got you. I'm about to land a plane. Lifestyles is the same way. Everything is choice. My choice to whoever I sleep with is my choice. Whether it's a woman, a man, whatever, that's my choice. I'm the only one that's going to get benefited or cursed or punished by what I do. Same with you. Whoever you choose to sleep with, if you choose to sleep with a man today, a woman tomorrow, a woman the next day, then a man come the next day, that's your choice. You're the only one that's going to get pleasure out of it, pain, approval, or discontent, out of it. But that doesn't mean that whatever you choose to do, I can't be Evolution's friend. I can't be cool with Evolution. Look, I don't like them damn handcuffs, but that don't mean, you feel me, that I'm gonna do away with you because you like playing around. I'm giving you examples, and I'm trying to give you like a lesser form of to kind of ease it a little bit, because it's a heavy topic. It's a heavy topic.
Right. All I'll just say, because I know Phil has a very soft heart, and where I'm from, we're not raised like that. But you know what I'm saying?
I get busy.
I love what Phil's saying, and I'm trying to get where Phil is at, because Phil has a very good heart. You know what I'm saying? Phil sees roses and daisies, and
I see the bullshit.
Sunshine, and
I see the bullshit too. I see the bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that your brand is very positive, so I understand that. You know what I'm saying? My brand, on the other hand, is very real. You know what I'm saying? And I say that his ain't. But you get what I'm saying? All I'm going to say is, don't be no fool. You know what I'm saying? If you hear somebody spouting hate speech all the time, whether it's trolling, it's talking about certain topics, you get what I'm saying? And they never have nothing good to say. You get what I'm saying? That's some evil. You know what I'm saying? That's evil. And if that person can hate like that, that's a person you may want to stay away from. Because you're always going to have a problem with that person. They hate themselves. They hate their lives. And they're going to hate you for every triumph and every joy that you have. So stay away from those people. Don't let Phil have y'all in here being no dummy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to say. I love Phil. Phil, my brother. Wait. That's what I'm saying. All of us can't see the roses. And no. Because when I see the hate speech, I check it.
Hold on. Ain't nothing that I said would have nobody being a dummy.
I think she used the wrong word, Phil.
I used the wrong word.
She used the wrong word.
Don't be no fool out here trying to love everybody, because everybody ain't supposed to be loved. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you a hater to your heart.
Of course.
You need to be destroyed. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
Because you're doing us a disservice as a community.
But you can't.
Like, let's talk about it.
You can't villainize somebody for not seeing your side neither all the time. If they don't see it your side,
hate is hate. Hate is hate. It's not my side. Hate is hate. Hate is hate. Hate is hate. If you can call somebody the F word, because I don't get your page taken, you know what I'm saying? You can call them all them type of names because of who they sleep with. Are you mad because they not inviting you into their room? You know what I'm saying? Is that the case? Do you want to come out the closet? F boy? Like, let's talk about it. F girl? Like, no, we're not going to keep doing it.
I haven't seen nobody call
That's the black
F word here.
What? You see it every day.
Not in here. No, not in here.
You know what it is?
I'm not
It's a culture, black culture, right? Black. I'm not going to talk about Africa, but I can say in America, black culture demonized everything and everyone that's not. You got to be a gangster. We congratulate gangsterism. We love the drug dealer. We love the shooter. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're into. But I'm going to say it's based off of how we were raised. You know what I'm saying? You have some of us, we were all raised fucked up. Like, you're from New York. I'm from New York. I grew up in Brooklyn, Vanderbilt, and I lived in East New York. I'm with you. But you know what's so crazy? I'm more like Phil. Right?
Yeah, what's your sign?
Me and Phil is Sagittarius. So that's what's going to tell you. You're struck between two Sagittarius. I get it, but I'm gonna tell you. Phil will tell you. I've been in the comments like, "Yo, evil Phil, turn up." I need evil Phil. Phil, how many? How,
That's
right,
a
right.
fact. That's a fact.
So
Now he turns up sometimes.
yeah, he do. But
I'm
what I'm
trust
saying
trust
is,
me. Trust
Yeah.
me. I'm with all the shits.
yeah,
I just try to be, and it's not being fake. You
right,
just kind
No,
of
not
you kind of gotta just measure what's appropriate in the moment as opposed to not really being would my good be evil spoken of. Um, some people you can do this, and some
right,
people you kind of gotta take a more general approach or whatever, and still be who you are and still get it out, but it might make the difference between the understanding or the people really hearing or listening, because some people will tune you out if they feel away or they feel like you what you call it, and I get it from both sides. I understand from both sides, but understand that people are different and people are not going to agree on everything, even after a conversation. And that's cool. It doesn't mean that people are inherently bad people. It just means they don't agree on that topic. But you have a choice to say, okay, I'm going to fuck with this person or I'm not going to fuck with them by this stance or whatever. That's part of your choice. That's part of the choice of being, having choice to do what you want to do or whatever for anybody. But I don't. Topics like these are heavy and they pull on your emotions. They pull
right.
on your feelings. They pull on your empathy, your sympathy, your anger, your wrath, etc. We got to understand that there's a bigger picture that goes well beyond all that. And no, it's not a kumbaya moment. Evelyn,
yeah, I'm Malcolm. I'm Malcolm today.
no, I'm just
Bill
saying.
Martin, I'm Malcolm.
I, that's it right there,
And
Miss A Block. Agree to disagree, because
I'll say,
sometimes your stance is just going to be your stance. You might be in a room full of heavy supporters, and then you might also at a time be in a room where you're the only one that believes in what you believe. And either way, you have to be comfortable with it. You got to be comfortable because, but to really to get people to understand your thought, you have to what you do, you have to be willing to talk, you have to be willing to discuss it. And even from the people from the other side that don't agree with it or whatever the case may be, they have to be willing to discuss it, because it might be something in their thought process that you hadn't picked up on. You might be like, you know what, I can see that, but that won't come but from out of a good conversation, or vice versa.
mm-hmm,
Something you might say that they ain't thought about before, they might pick up through a conversation just from listening
right,
to you disseminate or open up about your feelings or open up about a topic or a thing or whatever. Understand, we all learn differently. We all have compassion in different levels. We all get emotional at different rates. We
mm-hmm,
human. We're people. We're people.
mm-hmm,
The,
mm-hmm.
and the ultimate goal is to love on somebody on purpose with
That's right.
purpose,
That's right.
beyond our shortcomings, beyond our flaws, beyond the things that we differ, and beyond the things that separate us. Because again, we've been given our own DNA for a purpose, and in in our walk, it's all separate. We commune, we have community, but within that community is there's a separateness, not the separateness that needs to come together, but just our journey in life. And some of that is perspective, some of that is the way we think, some of
Mm-hmm,
that is what you call
mm-hmm.
it. I want we'll revisit this, because this is a conversation that can go on for hours and hours.
Yeah, I'm
Because
gonna start looking for more topics like that,
yeah,
and
but we need to
just
have
some
it.
thought provoking stuff.
We need to have these, whether they're uncomfortable or not, whether people want to hear about them or not, whether it make us feel good, make us laugh, or makes us angry or want to cry, whatever the case may be. We need to have them. We need to go through these ranges of emotions, and we need to be able to get through them. Hopefully, find solutions. But even if not, to agree to disagree, but just to what you call it, because we live in a country, and
Oh,
I'm about to land that plane. We live in a country where too much is pushed under the rug, too much is hidden, too much is
Right,
not talked about. But people want change. People want to
right,
heal. People want us to forget what they did to us,
right, right,
yes.
right.
but they don't want to talk about what they did to us.
Yeah.
Right.
And in our community, we want things to be better, but we don't want to talk about the things right in our yard that ain't right.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Right.
need to have these conversations, no matter how easy or how fucked up they are. We have to have these conversations. And I implore all of you to walk away from this with the mindset of whether you like it, disagree with it, hate it, love it, whatever the case may be, to at least applaud the fact that we're having the conversations.
Yes, sir. And on that note, Phil, thank you for having me up. Yo, you already know, keep me posted. I'm with that type of shit. I'm not really with all the negative
The
stuff. I really,
shenanigans.
yeah, I ain't with it.
She gonna laugh.
And evolution, you know, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I didn't forget about
Yes,
you.
you may want to check out my I don't know if you're following me on
I
YouTube, but
do.
you may want to
Put it
check out.
out.
Now, I did this story so that I could gauge how people felt to see if they were going to come to my YouTube show. That's
I didn't.
exactly why I did this, because I am going to be talking about a certain topic. Now, it's not going to be this, but I will be bringing y'all a little bit more into my worlds. You get what I'm saying? So now I know
Okay.
who's who. You get what I'm saying? And I'm hoping people show up. You get what I'm saying? But that way now I'm ready for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but
Hey,
again, it's UXP Evolution Era.
hey,
I think I subscribed. I subscribed to you.
Okay.
I subscribed to your YouTube. I'm just waiting
Thank
for,
you,
you know, content and all of that. I
Hey,
fuck with it
Carrie.
all.
But I
right.
have some guest speakers. It's really gonna be a show. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me talking. I got some women in there, nice and men and everybody gonna be talking.
Let me say this. Maybe this is a necessity to happen.
It should
you
happen.
do have the biggest show that you want, you're able because you're gonna get so many people in here, you might get 10 times that people in your and I can guarantee you, hopefully you do. Hopefully you get to 10 times the people.
Yeah.
But if you do, with more people comes more varying opinions. And you're gonna have to be able to navigate it and not want to get rolled all the time or whatever too, because just like you gotta voice other people too. And as a host or hostess, you gotta find a way to
stay in the middle.
Navigate.
My co-host got it. My co-host, she does this a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's done this a million times. So she says she understands how I feel. So she'll be able to, to get me where I need to be when it comes to certain things. And she's gonna have the controls too. So, if I need a timeout or whatever, then
she go.
Yeah, she on the up, screen down. You acting up, bitch. Excuse me. You acting up, chick. Like, we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
but
so yeah,
you're getting there. You're getting there because when I see you're dealing with Phil, right? And Phil is
Phil's helping
a
me out.
neutralizer. He will definitely get you back down, bring the balance. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting
and
it.
Phil deals with black women very well. I don't know if y'all know, but Phil can tell. You'll see his face change and he's like, oh damn, she about to blow. But he's very good at this. So I give Phil all respect and I'll never disrespect Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Cuss me out when we get off here. She can cuss me out.
Right.
She can cuss me out when we get off.
I would never.
But
I would I would click that X before I curse. I would never. I respect you too much to do that. You know what I'm saying? No, but we, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to like that me and Phil have conflicting opinions and stuff because it makes for good dialogue. You know what I'm
saying? like I rock with him. I rock with you, but we're not gonna agree on everything. But that don't mean I'm the enemy. I'm never gonna be your enemy. So just know, like brothers and sisters go through, and sometimes they'll go through heavy. They'll go through heavy, but the love is there. And I don't want you to think that I'm taking one side or other side or this side or that side. Just know that
you can't be biased. I understand it. Yeah,
that's the best way to be. Because it's some things that we talk about, I'm really biased about one way or the other. And sometimes I choose to be real about it, but come from an even keel so that other people can have their opinions and bring their opinions to the table. And it'll bring for a better dialogue as opposed to me dictating or trying to dictate what the thoughts should be, what how you should think, how he should think, how they should think. then you
That's
get
why I got a panel. So I ain't
That's
got to be up there by myself. So
if you do that, you get people to close off because
on both sides,
they won't feel comfortable with talking. But if you
Yeah.
provide an environment where no matter if you agree with the fuck they saying or not, the fact that if they're able to express it, they'll come back. They'll come back and they'll support because they're like, at least here, whether Pheel or Evolution agree with me or not, they at least will hear me out and I can say my say and we can talk or whatever the
Right.
case may be. And it, you know, it's after 10 o'clock and I know you got shit to do and I got shit to do. Where can they find Miss Evolution Brooklyn?
All right, guys, look down here. My YouTube page is UXP Evolution Era 111. Please subscribe and look out for the notifications so that you will know when this show happens. It is going to happen next week. So look out for that. I will be putting flyers up and just little small videos on my Instagram page, which is Evolution Brooklyn, all one word, Evolution Brooklyn. And I hope y'all come out. I hope we just have a good time and talk and, you know, and have fun. Everybody leaves with more information than they came in with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and just something to take home, something feel good to take home also, you know. I got a lot of people that's going to be on this show. So, you know, I got people on both sides. So it should be interesting. And thank y'all so much for giving y'all real opinions and how y'all thought. Y'all, you seem like y'all didn't hold back today. I respect it all. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but I respect it because you're being real. You know what I'm saying? Stop the hate speech a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I might get with you a little bit more. That's all. You know, that's all. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all all my family and I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we play cousins. And I can't wait to see y'all Monday. I actually love doing this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning a lot from your boy Pheel. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful, beautiful man. You know what I'm saying? With a good heart. I'm trying to be more like him. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want no problems with Applehead. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be more like you when I grow up, Phil. My 2000s,
I don't want no problems. I wanted to be all love with Apple. I don't want no problems. I don't want no
beautiful
problems.
man. I respect you. That's it. That's all.
I don't want no problem with
Phil
Apple.
is my brother.
And
Phil don't like handcuffs, so he couldn't be with me.
Yeah, I don't want you cuffing me to nothing. You cuffing me to nothing.
Yeah, Phil is my brother. But I have fun doing this. I appreciate y'all coming every week. We just have a good time. And I'm going to start getting more news than the celebrity news because I see y'all like that stuff. So I'm going to figure that out. You understand?
Like I said, we're going to have segments. We're going to have segments. Listen, I'm glad that we had this conversation. And listen, some mornings we're going to laugh more. Some mornings we're gonna get more serious. Hell, there might be a morning where we all in here crying. The thing of it is as this morning show, I want us to be well rounded. I want us to engage. I want us to be able to make a difference and impact. Whether you're for or against something, I want to be able to impact in us. I don't want to just be the humdrum everyday morning show, whatever the case may be. I want us to be different. And everything ain't, for those that have listened to the little theme song that I put together. I said light and heavy topics we peruse. Some things are going to be hella light and lighthearted. Some things are going to be heavy that you might take it away from you for the rest of your day or maybe the rest of the week. But that's a good thing because that means it's provoking thought. Whether it's good thought or bad thought, it's provoking thought. With that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all up too much. Smile because you never know what it might do to somebody, especially in moments like this, including yourself.
Shout out to Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy. Smile because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, through the bullshittery, through the differences, through the understanding, the misunderstanding, or the lack of understanding, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And please know this. I'm not anti-you, I'm pro-me, but with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon. Until the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, me and Evolution, we gonna holla! gonna talk about my damn turkey. You better leave my damn that light skinned turkey alone. That was an anomaly, and I'm out.